There, Lindsay, Henny. Welcome to another edition of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd. My name's Josh, and welcome. We channel all kinds of wonderful beings here and do all kinds of wonderful things. Welcome to another fabulous and furry edition of Good Dawning. We're gonna give it a few minutes to favor Henny to favor Lindsay and see who else piles in here or not, and see what we get. But we'll give it a few minutes and see what we've got. We got John Benny today at 9:30. He's or 10:30, 11:30 actually. Helene, how are you? No, we have a Lindsay and Helene. We could have a personal one-on-one show. I can control the audience, so we'll see who shows up here. I definitely had a emotional night, and now previous owners may take the cats here today, waiting to hear. Oh, favor, big favor, Lindsay. There, if hopefully not. But there we go. We jumped from 2 to 4. Big favor. The Mercury retrograde dip in the audience. So yeah, let's see who pops in here, guys. We got 4 likes. And now just Lindsay and Helene. But yeah, if you missed last night was amazing. I'm going to post a link for the moment because it's 2 hours. I'm trying to download this. Chris, good dunning. Cricket, good dunning. So trying to download last night, maybe a little much, but I'm going to try on my laptop later today. Favor to me, right? So I'll put it out there that it works. Millie, good dunning. But I am going to post a link to last night. And Chris, thank you for being there as well, Millie. And we're going to post that link in the community page. So it'll take you to the Zoom that you can watch from last night until I can figure out if I can get it posted or not. It's an hour, almost 2 hours. It's over 2 hours. And so getting it uploaded may be a bit more than, we'll see what happens. But favor, right? So we're going to post a link. So if you want to watch it from last night, I can post a direct link to the Zoom. It'll be on my community page, and I'll leave it there permanently, pretty much. But if I can get it uploaded, great. If not, then the link is there. Won't get as, obviously won't be like a regular Sunday night, which will be a regular Sunday night this week. But yeah, so it'll be there if you want to watch it. You're not required to, of course, but it was amazing. She went into, she had a whiteboard. And so Krista taught us about the 5 elements, and it was really good. So if you're watching this in a replay there, Krista, thank you so much. It was greatly appreciated. And yeah. So, all right, guys. You missed the Henny. It was on my community page. I've been announcing it daily. We did last night. We did the Zoom. That's all right. She overran Inspire Nation because it's just what happens. But nonetheless, yes, you missed. So you got to see all of Inspire Nation, but you missed the Zoom. You had to drop out of the Zoom to get over to Aya and company. But yeah, Chris was there, and it was good. She's beyond a bevy of knowledge, I'll give you that. And it was pretty but I'll post a link, and we're going to do another Zoom in about a month with Krista, because she was really, this is her calling, this is her deal. And but yeah, Henny, it'll be on the link. The link will be up this in a bit. I have an appointment here at 10, so this is going to be a bit of a shorter show. And then we got John Benny anyways, and then I will post that link today. So look for that this afternoon, Henny, in the community page, and it'll take you right to the Zoom that you can watch and see all of our mugs, and Suzette and Chris and myself, Henny, and what not. So thank you guys for all being there last night. All right, so of course today is Monday, so on the days of the moon, we do cord cutting from our families, the weekend, and whatnot. This is a show of energetics, and so we want to be energetic this dawning. And so we are going to, and hopefully things are not backwards anymore, and they seem to be all right. But either way, favor. Sorry if things with the video has been backwards and whatnot. So hopefully we got all that fixed. But anyway, let's go ahead and cut some cords. Today is Monday, and here's a cord to cut right here, right? I'm going to cut some cords. There we go. Nonetheless, right? So we get the dangling cord. So let's go ahead and cut some cords from our weekend. If there's something that was hanging in your universe, something that didn't go well, something that you would wish you had like click, right? Hit the rewind there and go backwards in time to correct. And maybe somebody left some energetics right on your shoe, so to speak, that you aren't wanting to keep in your frame. So that's why we cut cords from the weekend. We cut things that we don't need in our frame. We cut individuals, not we're cutting people out, but individual heavy energetics that may be around. Of course, we also cut energetics on Monday from our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, close family, basically brothers, sisters, spouses, anything that's been driving us up a wall with Mercury retrograde. There's probably more driving you up a wall, like this extra thread here on my shirt, that if I'm not careful, there we go. All right, will drive you nuts. So from your end, what's driving you nuts during this Mercury retrograde, and what do you want to cut cords on? So let's go ahead and do so. This is an action show, so we cut cords. We do actionable things here. This is a show is set by Saint Germain. So from your end, it's real simple. All you have to do is think about situations over your weekend, what might have driven you up a wall or whatnot, and what energetics do you want to release, remove, or get rid of from your living, loving universe that you don't need around, right? Maybe it's just you felt pessimistic this weekend, whatever it was. It's been very retrograde. The energies have been kind of heavy. So on your end, let's cut those cords from whatever needs to be. From maybe you got cut off at the grocery store this weekend, or a skateboarder dropped in front of your car. Whatever it is, let's cut those cords. So it's real easy. Just remember the situation and remove the energetics. It's pretty much as simple as that. So from your end, this is an actionable thing. So if you're driving, of course, you can do this in your mind. And if you're at work, make sure you're not seeing cutting cord. It could be a little weird if you're like invisibly pulling cords out, right? It's not invisible to you. You feel it, but it's invisible to somebody else. I only see 1% of light spectrum for a reason. All right, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath, if you don't mind, and release. And take another quick deep breath. All right, and from your end, this is something that you have to do on your own. This is something that I can do for you. So cut away those cords. Just take a minute to do so. So we're cutting cords, removing energetics that were left over from the weekend, right? Today is Moon Day, so we want to start fresh. So we don't want to leave the weekend in our wake, so to speak, or we want to leave it in our wake. We don't want to leave it in our presence and carry any energetics out of the weekend that we don't need to. So we release those cords, cut all that energy, and really that's about it. All right, you guys can keep doing that. If anything comes up, forget your family as well. If they said anything, maybe you heard something absolutely insane over the weekend that's been up your crawl. I have no idea. Whatever it is for you, we cut those cords on Monday. All right, and of course, we want to wash that through the violet flame. So we use the violet flame while we are working with Saint Germain in the I Am That I Am presence. And of course, the violet flame is within us all. So we are working with that violet flame. So we're going to take the energies of the cords that we cut, and we're going to wash them through the violet flame to cleanse everything and cleanse ourselves as well of the energies that we are cutting. So it's real simple. Again, this is a show about energetics. So from your end, all you have to do is reach out, grab the violet flame, and turn it on from your end there. So reach out if you would. Of course, reach out. We do not have to invoke the violet flame anymore. You don't have to go to Tellus. You don't have to go to the chair or the cushion. If you want to, there are two meditations from Archangel Raphael Kelly in my playlists. And you can go to the chair and the cushion if you want. You are not required to anymore. That is old technology. We have the violet flame version 2.0. And from your end, all you have to do is invoke the violet flame by just literally turning it up, or saying violet flame 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever works for you. If you want to use the cleansing violet flame, it's violet flame 10, right? Just like in Demolition Man, illuminate, deluminate, right? So violet flame on to 10. That's all we literally have to do. We invoke our own violet flame. The violet flame is within us. And you can do all the old school technologies. You want to bring it up, or you can just accept that the violet flame is part of you and turn it on. So from our end, we're going to wash the flame, use the flame to wash the energies that we just cleared. So turn the violet flame on, and let's clean some energy. So from your end, all you have to do is reach out, violet flame to 10, turn it on, and just leave it there for a few moments. When you're ready, when you choose to, you can turn it back down. And of course, that violet flame is there for you at all times for protection, as well as the pyramid of protection. Isis, of course, offers everybody. She works the pyramid of protection All you have to do is ask Isis to invoke your pyramid of protection, and it is invoked. And of course, just like anything else, pyramid protection, of course, is angled so nothing can get in. And of course, as well, it works just like the violet flame, 1 through 10. 10 being the big. If you're in a really bad neighborhood, right? Like maybe you're walking through Compton or something, right? Something terrible, some really bad neighborhood in America. I don't think it's up anymore, but nonetheless, you can put the ISIS pyramid of protection. Viviani, good dawning. ISIS pyramid of protection up to 10. Good dawning, Viviani. Good dawning, Laura. Laura, we'll have Laura live tomorrow. We'll slow down a minute here. Laura will be live with us tomorrow. She's going to do What's Up with Your Universe. So join us for your weekly tarot and oracle with Laura. Next Tuesday will be Viviani. So then we'll have Laura during the day. And Viviani's on with us one Tuesday a month. And so she will be on next Tuesday. If you missed last night again with and there's only 5 of us there, and that's fine. In the Zoom last night, I'm going to post a link until I can get it downloaded, which it's 2 hours. So good. Let's see if we can get it uploaded. Is the real question. Mercury retrograde ends this week, so we may be able to do so if once Mercury retrograde ends. But either way, last night was the live Zoom call with Krista with Blindly Inspired, which was phenomenal. She brought out a whiteboard and went through the 5 elements and how it works for you. So if you want to rewatch that, I will post the link from the Zoom. It'll just take you into Zoom to watch. It's just an open link to watch that Zoom. So from your end there, if you want to do so, it's about 2 hours, and I should have that up this afternoon. I've got an appointment here, so we'll cut the show a little short to get to. But all right, guys. So grateful for all of you. Kind of slow it down a bit here. Lindsay, Bonnie, Viviani, all of you guys. Grateful. Millie, Grand Rising to all the family coming in. Yes, Grand Rising. Just a heads up, my appointment today, I'll tell you guys, I don't care, is for a job interview, but the job starts at 7:30 in the morning. It's like the guy, like, we work from 7:30 to 7:30 at night. I'm like, what? But we take an hour or two during the afternoon. I'm like, well, that may not work. So we will see, but I will not, and I'm going to repeat this because this is my dharma here. I'm not going to take a job, and this may not be the most exciting show on YouTube, but you guys are family. I know I was working to make this better, but I'm not going to take a new job, full-time job, that will remove good dawning or kill us from any Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night live of any sort. So I wouldn't be home until after 8 o'clock. And that's 10 o'clock your time. So yeah, guys, keep that in mind. So yeah, I have a job interview, but again, I do not anticipate on taking the job unless the guy's like, yeah, you can do good dawning as your 2-hour break. Fine and dandy. Otherwise, yeah, I will not. You guys take a job. I'd rather be poor than take not poor, but you get it. Take a job that's going to overrun good dawning or leave me off YouTube Monday through Thursday because I'm working from 7 a.m. basically till 8 o'clock at night. Not gonna happen. This is I'm here for you guys, and so just letting you know. But I will take the interview since I applied for it and got offered the interview, right? So that's what we don't energetics, right? If I don't take the Nathan, good dawning. Hey, Josh, could you please hold space and pray for Canadian Post to get off strike? Oh, no, I know, right? Yeah, I mean, Chloe, I don't see you in the chat, but I am going to pay Chloe, and then I have Nathan's crystal, right? Which I could send UPS or FedEx just as well. But yeah, Canadian Post has been on strike for 3 weeks, if I'm correct. And so yeah, Favor, Canadian Post has always kind of been on strike from what I can gather. They've never really had solid contracts or anything. And yeah, and it's been messing up a lot of people in Canada. I know that. It does make shipping your crystal a little hard, and so we have to wait on that. So Merry Christmas to that, your amethyst there, Nathan. But Favor, either way, we will get it out to you. But yeah, we will put that into the 15 seconds here at the end of the show, but there's not much we can do. Except to see the postal guys working. And but yeah, it just goes to show in America they do treat the postal guys a bit different. As a matter of fact, in America, the only entire governmental wing, and they're semi-private, but not completely government, but yet government, if that makes any sense. The post office, it actually doesn't come out of the federal budget. They write their own budget and such. But nonetheless, the post office. Are you ready for this? had an exception to the, we're not going to say anything, right? Everybody worked at the post office had total, so something they treat our post offices a bit differently. Whenever they get close to a strike, it's like, no, we can't allow that. So it just doesn't happen here. But favor Nathan. So yeah, I'm going to take that interview today, but I can't guarantee any. I'm not going to take the job unless the guys. I'm not going into work at 7:30 and ruining good dawning and getting out and home after 8, where I cannot do Tuesday Night Live or have Viviani on. This is more important to me. I'd rather be broke, so to speak. Although I don't think so. I think that'll happen if I continue. If I choose good dawning, I don't think I will continue to be broke. Exactly what I put out there, anyways. All right, guys. So that is my appointment this dawning, but I'm not going anywhere. They're not allowed to strike in the U.S. Exactly. Yeah, they're considered critical to the infrastructure of the United States, like Amtrak or the train system, CSX, and our big trains was going to strike, which technically the government is allowed to break a strike like that because it's infrastructure important or what have you, could collapse the country essentially. So anything that could collapse the country is not allowed to strike in America. So I don't know if that's free or not, but that's just kind of the way it is. Auto workers, they don't collapse the country, but the government is not technically allowed to strike. Some of the government is unionized. They're still not allowed to strike, which is weird. But yeah, worked there for 30 years. You did? Oh, wow, buddy. I can imagine working anywhere for 30 years. That would be insane. But yeah, I worked at Humana Health Insurance for 10 years, and that was crazy enough. All right, then my job went to the Philippines. So there we go. All right, but yeah, so I'm going to take this interview at a plumbing company, but I'm not going to $21, $22 an hour to lose this. That's just, I can find another $22 an hour job anywhere, but I'm not losing good dunning. I'm not getting, nope, not happening. Thank you, guys. Yeah. All right. So today's mantra, right? If you want to repeat after me, you don't have to. But today's mantra is I trust in my decisions, right? So if I get offered this job, which I may or may not, anyways, I may be putting way carts before any horse, but nonetheless, I trust if I turn it down in my decisions to put this first and trust that my universe will provide, right? So that's leaning into what the universe has given you. I'm sorry I missed the Zoom. It's nobody apologize for missing the Zoom, please. I'm grateful that anybody showed up, and it's going to be there. It doesn't it matters, but it matters in the fact that I want you to learn what you put out there because it's really good stuff. So other than that, I'm grateful and thank you, Viviani, thank you all. The link will be up in a bit. Once I get back from the interview, I'll post the link up. I didn't realize I even couldn't. I was trying to figure it all out last night and I fell asleep. Believe it or not, I had passed out. But nonetheless, so yeah, I found the link in Zoom. It's not easy to find, actually. If you have a Zoom account, you got to dig around in Zoom to find your recordings. If you record it from an Android phone or an iPhone, it records it in the cloud on Zoom for you. So I did not know that, right? But now I do. And of course, like G.I. Joe, right? Knowing is half the battle, right? So yeah, I will post the link and I have to click on it. Like anything else, it'll be on my community page. It'll be, here's the link, and then you can just watch it like a regular Zoom. It's really good. I would recommend notes, pen and paper. If I will put this out there to the family, that's the rigor. But if you need the documentation, she did include documentation. Email me, Mr. Floyd Channeling with an S, Channelings. I got a really good, better email. Mr. Floyd Channelings at gmail.com. I will flip the paperwork over to you. I will just fling the email back over to you with all of the notes that she has, the circles and whatnot, and the elements and foods and whatnot. I will send that all over to you to view while you are watching the Zoom. So just send me an email and I can fling that over to you. And I will check back from my interview like at 11:30, 12, 11. All right, guys. All right, so today's mantra, of course, is I trust in my decisions. So do you trust in your decisions? If you want to repeat that to yourself, trusting yourself. If you're source, then even turning down when you're not financially rolling in it, right? Not at all. As you can see, I've been chasing Chloe just for November's 15th Crystal show, right? But I'd rather turn it down and be broke than lose this show with you guys. So, Nathan, for days, Josh, and going here, I've been recovering from bad flu and waiting out in the cold for my packages like they're a package out there for today. I may have already missed it. Hoping things change. So yeah, I don't know if they're delivering or how you're getting your packages there. I know I've been to Canada during a postal strike. I had a friend, my first an Ascension buddy who I met on Aaron Daltrey, right? Aaron, Aaron from YouTube. Aaron and Aaron, Vic and Aaron, right? Victor and Aaron. So Aaron has had a Facebook community. He doesn't anymore, I don't think, but he had a Facebook community. I know he has his own thing now, his own app or what have you. But nonetheless, and so I met a person from Canada. She's Toronto, and she pops in the chat every once in a while as an Ascension buddy, and we watched tons of YouTube. I went to visit her once and a couple times. But yeah, when I was the postal service was on strike, then I couldn't mail her anything. It was weird. But yeah, no favor, Nathan. Absolute favor there. These are all upside down. You ever pick up a deck of cards and every card is a different direction? It's like so you can't get an accurate reading. That's why I don't play upside downs when you do tarot. If you play upside downs, because you create the cards upside down yourself, right? And so then you're throwing off the energies there. But that's just me. All right. So today is I trust in my decisions. Do you trust in your decisions? I'm going to trust that if this guy offers me the job, I kind of hope he doesn't, so it makes it easier. But if he does, that the timing wise, he'll be like, I'll make a deal. I would take the job if it's a decent enough job, but only if I could. I don't mind doing good dawning from an office, what have you. But this is priority number one is this show. All right, so we're gonna work with Z cards. Let's close Z book, right? All right, so we have the light codes, right? This is the deck that I got from Blindly Inspired. She won it. She actually won it from Kelly Kolodny, the Master Ascension Light Code deck. And yes, let's see Nathan getting a gigantic sack of mail, right? It's favor in Canada there that I love all of you guys in Canada. I feel bad for you guys. It seems like it's just a heavy, and I've been up there a few times, and it is, to me, it's a denser energy. I don't know how you guys wade through it. It feels it's like swimming. When I felt like I was swimming through the energies in Canada. Not you see a lot of Canadian flags, and you see a ton more cops. I'll leave it at that. I mean, unless you're like, depends on where you are, though. You see cops in the United States. It depends on where you are, but it's a real favor, Nathan. Favor up there. I don't know how you guys pay. You guys get paid just like down here, but your prices are higher. Anybody who's living in Canada, big favor because I know economically it can't be as easy. All right, guys, let's go ahead and cut the deck here. Love to all. All right. So we're working with Archangel Raphael today, see what he says, and I'll put a quiet there. If I actually got offered the job, what he recommends. I go with your gut. You go with your gut, right? 1, 2. Trust that if it doesn't fit, because it's going to take away good dunning, there's better for you, right? We're not losing good dunning. Here we go. All right, I could go wait tables and not lose good dunning. All right, so this week, what are we looking at for today? And of course, if you didn't see yesterday's cards, whoo, fire, please. Suzette's Sunny Verse. Hi, Sunny Suzette. Grateful to see you here. Love you, much favor. A lot of urban areas are more like occupied territories when it comes to the police. And there you go, okay. I like that. All right, Earth Star. So this is the energies we're looking for this week. It's saying to ground yourself, and so live in grounded energies. Don't if you're up here, try to bring it back down. Walk in reality. Grace, good dunning. Walk within yourself. Let's see here. Forgiveness. All right. Ooh, what is Isis asking us? Wow. All right, what are we looking at here? Isis. All right, Egypt is coming through. Forgive yourself. What do you need to forgive? What are you looking? What's inside yourself that you've been holding on to? A lot of us hold on to specific energetics we don't want to forgive yet. The new earth. Well, there you go. If we're this is release dysfunctional energy, right? Forgiveness. So if you're releasing dysfunctional energy, grounding yourself, where do you generally end up? Remember, there's a split going on, right? The new earth. So forgiveness, release dysfunctional energy, ground yourself. What will that put you? In the new earth, right? You have to turn off the televised vision, but otherwise, if you turn off their vision of the universe, right? We twin flame, soul connection. Who's coming in for you? And of course, twin flame can also be, there's different versions of what twin flame is, and it's based on where you are in your universe. Keep in mind, twin flame could also be the combination of you merging your divine masculine and your divine feminine into a functional unit, right? So that the two flames become one, the left and the right become one. So it's not always, twin flame is not always looking for yourself outside yourself through somebody else's energy. It's also merging the energy, that would be right, merging the energy within yourself as your own flame, right? So today we are going to ground yourself. So we're asking you to take your shoes and socks off and go out in the snow, if you have any, and put your feet in it and freeze. No, we're not William Hoff grounding. We're not asking. But if you can put your feet out there, great. If not, grounding yourself can also just be standing in your own reality, right? Snow grounding, that'll wake you up. You want to do William Hoff technique of snow grounding. Woo, that'll wake you up. Forgiveness. There you go. That'll certainly give you some extra breaths. You get the William Hoff. You get that one takeaway breath that William Hoff taught when you jump in the water. So forgiveness. If you're forgiving yourself, right, then you are releasing dysfunctional energy. You can use the violet flame for that. We have the new earth then. So if you're grounding yourself and releasing dysfunctional energy, you're going to find yourself standing on new ground. And that's, I have to point there. You're going to find yourself in a new universe. And of course, we have the twin flame. So twin flame can be different things for different people depending on where you are in this lifetime. We're not talking, you could be talking about divine masculine and divine feminine, and one being the runner and all of that, like the traditional twin flame. Or there's a new twin flame theory out there where part of the twin flame is you merging with your higher self, right? You and your divine masculine and your divine feminine actually finding balance as one. So the flames that are separate dance up as one, and then you rise up as a single flame, married in balance with your divine masculine and feminine as source at that point, because you're the balance of both, right? Then you can create. Well, it's easier to create for sure because you're not in fight. Usually, most of us are in fight of our creations, either being too much divine masculine. Most people are broken divine feminine, and maybe Saint Germain will come through with some of this here. But a lot of us are broken divine feminine, where we parents, karmic parents, and whatnot. But broken mothers if you want divine feminine, or broken fathers if you want divine masculine, right? And then we have to regain ourselves, which is stepping into our, so it breaks us down, right? It's like the military. We get broken down. But in the military, they break you, they build you back up in their own way. At least they tried to. About 50% of the people I saw in the army actually bit it and got broken down, and the other 50% were like, yeah, whatever. let's go get a Coke and go chill out. Whatever. It didn't bother. It just like whatever. It doesn't get you. It's not like the Marines. The Marines use more MK Ultra techniques. The military just tries to break. The army just tried. I don't know what it does now, but in 95. In 95, it just tried to break you down. And if you already were like, yeah, whatever, I've been broken down way more than whatever you're trying to do purposely from my parents alone, then it doesn't get you. You just like go, yeah, whatever. And just do whatever they say because you don't do push-ups. But you're not like, you're tearing me apart. You've already been torn apart, right? It's just the physicalness of it actually helped build you back together. None of it. None of what the drill sergeants ever did in my universe actually like, oh, you're this and that. No, my mother said way more karmic crap and way more crap at daily than any drill. Get up! And laughing at the drill sergeants because my mother was way worse than any drill sergeant trying to get me out of bed or yelling at me or calling me this, that, or the other. So, but nonetheless. Exactly. So when you're in the military there, it's about it's like anything else in the universe there. Your personal experience bringing into that there. So So yeah, my drills. I just laughed at my drill sergeant. I literally told him once. I said, "Nothing you can say, pretty much, unless you like Article 15 would be the only thing he could say. That's like losing your rank, right? And pay. Nothing. I said to him. I said, nothing you can say is going to be worse than what my mother would have said to me. I said this to my drill sergeant, and he laughed. And he said, "I understand, Private. Get back to it." But he laughed, so he got it. But yeah, so there you go. But it was the physical that put me back. All right, so let's bring in Saint Germain here. We're gonna do a little bit of channeling for this moon day here. But remember, trust yourself in your decisions today. You're your own source, right? So who are you going to give the decision to otherwise? You know yourself best. So I would rather be broke, not them making a decision here to be broke by doing good dunning, but I would rather give up the guaranteed paycheck for the open future of doing good dunning than to good dunning and sit there doing plum. I've been the customer service rep. That don't work. So I'm here for you guys. So keep that in mind. I will not take a job unless it's. I mean, I can't guarantee not anything, right? You can't say not to anything. All right, if you want to hire me to work in the White House or something, but no, otherwise, I stay out of politics. But no, seriously, unless the tour guide of something amazing, right? Otherwise, no. This is why we're here. It's why I'm on planet Earth. Is for you guys. Lindsay, my grandmother poured water on me to go to school once. It worked. Yeah, you could have the parent who would hand in the hot water. You got to get up, right? We're not going to go there, but that happened once. Right? And Mom dipping the hand in the hot water, and they wake up with the weapon. But yeah, I wake you up, to say the least, right? My mom was a Gemini. I missed him. Remember, my dad tried to wake me up once. I Rochambeaued him. I just kicked him right in the nuts. I don't even remember. I was like, what? I went right back to sleep. I was a terrible person to wake up. I was like 12, 13. Now I get up and it's a good dawning, but that was terrible. All right, guys. So let's bring in Saint Germain or somebody here, and we will do some challenge. Oh, I did forget, and I'll post it as well. I'll post that link first so you can find the other link to Zoom. But I was on Allie's channel like I was before a month ago. I always forget. If I'm on another channel, it's not like I always don't even remember to post it. But I was on Ellie Martin's channel. I did it's kind of like Tuesday tarot, but she doesn't go anywhere into depth as Laura does, but she does like a light tarot, and then I do channeling. So I did that. I did once a month, maybe once every other month. But I did that on Saturday, so I will post a link for that from Allie. And she's on, I think, with Viviani and the girls. But so yeah, I will post that, and you guys can check that out as well. It'd be like watching Tuesday Night Live, but Laura goes way more in depth. This is just she kind of does like 3 cards and just some open energetics, and then we did some messaging behind that. But so yeah, if you want to watch it, if you don't want to watch other people's readings, that's understandable, or at least not Laura, right? But favorite. But Laura will be on tomorrow, and we will watch her because you can get a reading from Laura tomorrow night, Laura B, Tuesday night. So let's bring in somebody here. Who do we want to channel? I'm going to ask you guys in the chat. Who should I channel? I can channel anybody. Saint Germain, Isis, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo, Calf Woman. I'm asking the chat. The first whoever I see in the chat there that I channel, I will channel today. It was a good show Saturday. Thank you, Chris. You were there. I couldn't see the chat, so I heard your voice. She read out your name. So yeah, Chris, thank you. I appreciate you being there. But yeah, on her end, I couldn't see the chat, so I couldn't even see how many people are in there. All right, we got Grace with whoever wants to come through. I will give it one more. Anybody want to throw out somebody? I will channel Sekhmet. Chris wins with Sekhmet. All right, so I'm channeling Sekhmet here, and I had to put this disclaimer. Chris heard it. The disclaimer I put out on Allie's channel because I'm imagining the chat probably went down. I watch it here go down when I channel Sekhmet. When I'm channeling a Sekhmet, this is carnelian. This is the sodalite. If you're ever a public speaker, sodalite is the stone of the public speaker. You don't need it. I don't need it. It's not here every day or anything. I'm not reaching out for it to channel, so it's not a channeling aid. Sodalite will ground you in your sacral chakra and your crown chakra and your crown chakra and third eye and whatnot to be open, lined up when you're doing public speaking. That's all. So if you have to sit on a podium, take or throw some sodalite in your pocket, and you're good to go. A lot of readings really resonated with me. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, when you're watching a reading, keep that in mind. When you are watching, like tomorrow night, if you watch Join Us with Laura B, it may not be your reading, but the question may be similar, the energetics in your universe. And if you're part of the show, then you're part of the energetics that are being pulled by the reader, whoever that is. Tomorrow will be Laura. And so, yeah, you will see that. And the readings as well. It's not only the individual that's being read, but it also is a conglomeration of the group energetics as well. My mom was still up and well at 74. How old is you? Oh, okay. Parents age. Lindsay, yes, I'm the only one here. My sister's in Phoenix and we are in New Hampshire. Wow, sister's in Phoenix. Wow, that's a bit of a total opposite from New Hampshire there, right? To say the least. All right, so we're going to channel Sekhmet based on Chris here, and we'll see what we've got. And then I'm going to cut this about 20 after so I can finish getting, I can put on a shirt, right? Go to the interview that I agreed to and see what's what here, but I will never, can't say never. You want to offer me $1 million, but even then, I will figure it out. But I'm not going to give up this for that. I'm not going to do it. I'll stand in my frame. I'll sleep in my car. Do whatever it takes. This, I mean, unless you guys disappear. If I started doing the show and it was one person, just me every day, or just like me and like maybe Chris and Millie or something, then no, maybe. But no, otherwise, you guys are here, and I am grateful, and I'm not going anywhere. There you go. All right. Sekhmet. Pardon me. You got to clear your voice for Sekhmet. All right. I am Sekhmet. Lyrian. Yafayuana. Sekhmet is grateful to have been called on by Chris and others. I'm grateful. Today we will talk about trusting yourself, trusting your energies, and trusting in what you are perpetuating in your universe. If you watch Sekhmet on Saturday, I came through to discuss giving away your energetics. For Josh, just as an example, the interview he is taking today could cause him to have to give away his energetics because he doesn't trust in his flow. Never give away your energetics because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your flow. You don't trust your energy to bring you abundance. Never give up what is bringing you joy, what is helping others in their greater source field, and what is bringing the light for your survival, so to speak. For Josh to take a job that would run over good dawning would mean he does not trust in his abundance. He does not trust that if he is doing this show with his heart and love, that his universe will provide because he is providing to your universe. It is about trusting the flow, the back and forth in your loving, living universe. It's about trusting the give and take in your loving, living universe. It's about trust in yourself and your energies in your loving, living universe. Do you want to give up what you are doing sovereignly, whatever that is, to be locked behind somebody else's wall? and swap your time for their money. Because you don't trust in yourself to bring in funds to yourself, to flow in your energies, to bring into your space. Then you get what you get. What we are saying is to let go. Trust in these situations that you are in. Trust in the betterment of yourself. Trust in your flow. And trust where you are to go. For Josh to take a job that would say basically work him 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday or later, with a few hours in the afternoon, would eat his channel's lunch. We are not looking to make mincemeat out of his channel. We are looking to see if he has trust in what his universe is presenting, and will trust to not deviate from the path that has brought him so far. Where are you not trusting and deviating from your path? Can you trust in yourself to put yourself on the right path? Can you find that inner for yourself to walk the right path, to make the highest decisions? Can you? Most of you do not. And you take the easier path. You will sit there and go, well, if I don't get this job, then how will I make money? So you will sacrifice what has given you joy for your fears. Will you allow yourself to step past your fears and say, no, I design my universe. This will not work, and I will not take that. Or do you take it out of lack, out of fear, out of worry? What do you do when presented with situations that shake up your living, loving universe? Do you shake it up? Or do you ride the even keel and trust? Do you take a position like for Josh that will leave him sitting at 8:30 with resentment answering the phone to fix somebody's clogged toilet when he could have been sitting here presenting love energetics with you? Which one is the higher version? Do you have to trust then that monies can come in other ways than answering somebody's clogged toilet when you could have been doing good darning, which is now in its 6th month? What in your universe have you been forced to try to look at and maybe have to give up, only to find you don't want to? Can you find balance? Can you realize what is in front of you and what is important? And can you trust that if you are not giving up your energetics to answer a plumbing call versus doing your calling, right? that if you answer your calling versus the call for a stuffed toilet, then the calling will take care of you. You have to trust. Sekhmet is asking, in your universe, when presented with the same style of energies, can you trust? Can you let go? Can you receive? And can you allow? Can you bring up that energy? Don't let them take your energy and never swap your time for your dharma. You find what you love and what works in your universe, what brings you joy. Do not give that up. Hold that. Most people never find their joy in anything they do. It's all about Sekhmet loves you. Sekhmet asks for your attention real quick. When you are presented with energetics in your loving, living universe that want to take you out of that, put you into a position that makes you smaller, takes you out of your sovereignty, put you in a place where you think this is the only way it can be. Step into your higher light. Step into your higher source love self. Step into your twin flame energies and ground your divine masculine and divine feminine as one and take action in your loving, living universe. Do not let others save you when you can save yourself. Why accept somebody else's job and swapping your hours for money when you have the ability to create from within yourself? Sekhmet loves you, wants you to find balance in yourself, trust in yourself, stand in your frame, stand in what gives you joy, stand in what works for you. Find your inner and be the love and the light you are looking for. Trust yourself and trust that what is put in front of you is there to teach you your highest loving lessons. Sekhmet, 12 Lyrians who are standing here on earth for you, loves you. Can you love yourself? Remember, you are the balance between your divine feminine and your divine masculine. Walk in between the two and merge them. Get off of your Hillary Duffs and live in your universes. Walk the center line between feminine and masculine to create. And trust in your decisions. Sekhmet loves you. Thank you for requesting her. I'll be back. All right. Saint Germain is back now. Sekhmet and her channeling. We are grateful. The 12 Lyrians from Sekhmet. So find your balance. We are going to release the channeling from Josh. We are grateful. We are Sekhmet and Saint Germain. Sekhmet has channeled for you, right? Releasing transmission. All right. So there we go. Ooh. It's always like a flat. I gotta like recenter myself here. Bear with me a moment. Ugh. All right. My head's it's like the head's a little light, right? So recentering, and we're back. All right, guys. Thank you blindly for the encouragement. All right. Absolutely, Cricket. You are needed. Just do it. You will learn. Toggle. I like that. Toggle. You don't hear the word toggle enough. Wow, this is totally resonating. I left the job and was offered a big raise to come back, but I stayed with my own business, let Spirit guide. It was tough at times financially, but I was always exactly. That's the hope. I am not going to sit there. Thank you, Laura. I needed to see that. I'm not going to take this job if I have to sit there at 8:33 and take phone calls and be like, I could be doing something else. It will not work. I will eat my lunch. I know it. I know myself. I know my energetics. I will not be happy, and I will be a karmic kid, right? I don't need to be the karmic kid. So grateful, all of you guys, truly grateful. I'm not going to keep this too much longer here. We do have John Binney at 5 minutes, right? John Binney will be on in 5 minutes. I need to finish putting a shirt of some sort, and the interview is only 10 minutes away. Brush my teeth, right? You ever seen Grease? Brusha. Right. So there you go. We'll do smooth this out. We're going to work with just quick carnelian one. Just some quick energetics this dawning to seal off today. And actually, let's do 15 seconds of peace. We'll put the energetics down. We're going to do 15 seconds of peace to close out today. And I've been balancing my light and dark, feminine and masculine, and such an amazing things have happened. Exactly, Nathan. Awesome. That means that you're doing. That means that not only are we sitting around and wanting to visualizing our universe as divine feminine, where most of us never get off our Hillary Duffs at that point. We just sit in the broken divine feminine, wanting something but never creating it. You get up and start doing, then that's where the magic starts happening. Once you realize that, and I think it sounds like Nathan is starting to realize that you have to have the other 50%. Most of us are broken divine feminine from our parents and our training through our first 7 years of plasticity, neuroplasticity. There we go. We absorb broken divine feminine. A lot of you, yeah, because there's not. We absorb broken divine masculine too, but our parents raised us. My mother, my karmic mother, raised me with extremely broken divine feminine, purposely. So she raised me with purposely with her narcissistic broken divine. So you have to break all of that, and it sounds like Nathan has, and then you find the balance in between, and then you realize, okay, if I don't get up, then I'm just years. You could pass years. I spent a few years just sitting around wondering why nothing happened because I was sitting in my broken divine feminine, looking for the universe to rescue me, but I had to rescue myself. And there you go. So it's about getting out, and once you realize that, then that's 50% of the issue. It's just like, all right, I have to get up to create, and it's nothing's going to just isn't going to happen. They're not going to knock on the door, so to speak. All right. Then also keep in mind, somewhere in January, they're going to be doing a plumbing project in my house, my apartment building. They have to replumb some of this, the connections to the water lines, I guess, or rod. I have no idea. So there'll be a week where we may be doing good donning from my car or something. This could be interesting. And I have to be out of my apartment, or I could be here, but it'll be awfully loud at 8:33, 8:30. They're going to show up. I don't know when in January, so it'll be interesting. We'll keep it all together here. But yeah, you could be good donning from my car. But either way, we'll get it all figured out. But I thought I'd put that out there now because, yeah, and exactly. So we're trying to find a spot to do good donning here. I think the second week of January it'll be. So yeah, nonetheless. But guys, let's do our 15 seconds apiece. So if you want to take a moment here to ground, take a deep breath with me. Breathe in and release. Yeah, blow my nose. And then breathe in again. You hear it, right? Exactly. So yeah, let's finish this off here. Take a deep breath. All right, guys. So it's been an interesting week. We do not talk news here, but if you know what's going on in the middle of the East, it's been it was an interesting. I don't watch the news. Headlines show up. You can't walk past the newspaper sometimes, whatever it is. But I am not looking for news. We're not a karmic channel in any aspect anymore. We do not play in any of that, but we are sending love to the Middle East as things changed over there over the weekend. There's a yes. Exactly. And if you know the news, then there you go. If not, we don't even need to get into it. We'll just send love to the Middle East and the rest of the world as well, and see it all as peaceful And it's just shifting in energetics, right? We'll see it that way, as shifting in energetics, and it all shifts towards positive. How's that? Exactly. All right, guys. So from our end here, take a deep breath again. And all we want to do, if you just want to really, I'll do a quick guided meditation, right? So there we go. So if you want to close your eyes with us, we're at the airport, right? So imagine we're at an airport. This is going to be quick, like 2 minutes quick. Are you ready? We're at an airport. Let's all get on. We're getting on a hot air balloon. It's an awfully big one here. There's 16 of us, right? So it's got a giant gondola, right? So we are flying over the Middle East, right? In our hot air balloon. And what are we doing? We are dropping love to the Middle East, right? There you go. So as the hot air balloon floats all the way from Egypt and across, right? There you go. We are just dropping love onto the planet. So see yourself in the balloon, throwing energetics of love down. Everybody's at peace. That's it. I'm just keeping it simple today. We are floating over the Middle East. We are dropping love. We are seeing everybody hugging each other. We're just floating by, seeing love. Everything we see is love, right? We come across, we leave the Middle East. We are now in the East, and we are still seeing what? Nothing but love. So we float over the big sea country, and we see nothing but love, right? The Great Wall of Love. As we float over, we are the energetics of love. The balloon, of course, is shaped like a big heart, right? We go around, and we come back around, and we come back around the world, and we are now flying back around the backside of the world. Everywhere we look, we just see love, right? So there you go. So today we're just going to leave it there because I really do need to get going. But so in your mind, remember, we're in that hot air balloon. I'm going to leave you guys in the hot air balloon of love. So wherever you go today, float above it and just see it as love. That's all you really need to do. Just be in that hot air balloon of love today. And whatever's coming into your frame that you might, I got to get ready here, right? Whatever it is, get in the hot air balloon and see it from a higher space. Look down on it and just see it as love. All right, guys. I know people with very broken masculine. I find it harder to deal with than a lot of broken divine masculine is impossible to deal with compared to broken divine feminine. Broken divine masculine can need the rage, anger, frustration, fights, all kinds of craziness, breaking things, pushing people around, moving, manipulation, lies, stealing, all kinds of craziness. Broken divine feminine, get a guy sitting in the corner crying because his universe sucks. There you go. Generally, that's the difference. Broken divine masculine will lead to anger and rage and frustration and all kinds of broken divine feminine. My life sucks. Generally speaking, there's no because you're sitting inside yourself, so you trying to figure your universe out when you're just sitting in a lot of journaling and so yeah. Broken divine masculine is more outward. It's an outward expression. Masculine and feminine is more of an inward expression. So keep that in mind too. You need to balance the two in order to create an outward expression. You need to first off, you have to fix your divine. Find some balance in your divine feminine to step into your divine masculine. The feminine comes in first. You got to figure out what you even want to create, right? And then you slide into your divine masculine. But if both of them are broken, you're either going to create from broken, or you're going to create from guilt or anger or frustration, or you can work through both. You can create. You can have broken divine feminine match with broken divine masculine. But then what you're creating, you may try to jam down somebody's throat. It could get really weird. And now keep in mind that Mars is going to be retrograding through Cancer in January. So when Mars rips backwards in Cancer, it's not. And goes back into Leo, and then back into Cancer, and back into Leo, and then back into Cancer, and then back into Leo in stations by February or March. Every time Mars retrogrades through Cancer, it's going to rip open your broken divine feminine. So if you have a broken divine feminine, as Mars reverses through Cancer, the emotions of the planet, whatever is left in yourself that's not healed, this is where the big shift, right? The Mars retrograding through Cancer is the emotional, that basically is your divine feminine healing in a lot of ways for the planet. Because, and it's going to get interesting. You're going to see countries that you may see countries get a little flared up, or you may not. Because it's going in and out, what you may find is the first retrograde is could be really angry and comes out. The next one you find a little more balance. Then the third one you may even heal on the third one. But there's 3 20-day retrogrades of Mars in Cancer. So get ready, guys. That's gonna, if you get ready to step into what's left, what's in your divine feminine that may be broken, because it's going to need to be addressed at that point. Otherwise, when Mars retrogrades through Cancer, you're going to see a lot of anger, frustration, rage. It'll come out. Your broken divine feminine could come out in actions from your broken divine masculine. When your feminine doesn't understand when it's hard for one to balance out their divine feminine, and you get to a block, that's where your masculine can take over, and then you get frustrated, start throwing things around, raging, what have you, because you're not hearing yourself, usually is the case. And so you start breaking off into your divine masculine, your broken divine masculine, you start raging off, right? So rageaholics, for example, who can't find the balance in themselves, they can't sit down into their divine feminine and think it through. They can't. So they just blow up their universe instead. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Yes, it is. Maybe it's the age we say it is for us. No, well, we're creating all this. So what age do you want it to be? I mean, really, when you think about it. It's your universe. So yeah, maybe it's the age we say it is for us. I don't disagree with that at all, Loretta. That's actually a really good statement. What is the alignment on the 25th of, I don't know. Good question. What is the alignment on the 25th of January? Blindly Inspired, last night, you came in a little late. I'm going to post a link for the Zoom until I can get it downloaded on my community page. So if you want to rewatch it, there'll be a link there after I come back from my interview, which I need to go to. So I'm going to go ahead and end Good Dawning. I will not give up Good Dawning for any job. Well, I can say, you want to make me king of the world? No, there we go. House sitting. I will give up Good Dawning to house sit on Bora Bora. Or on Tahiti or something. So if you want to give me a job house sitting in Tahiti, I will do that, because then I still do Good Dawning. But nonetheless, I will not take a job that will keep me sitting on a telephone, making somebody else money while I give up my energetics. We worked too hard for this. 6 months, I missed one show. We're not giving this up. I love you guys. This is 6 months in a week today. The 9th would actually, 10th would be a week, but 6 months and 5 days. Either way. So yeah, guys, I love you all. Stay awesome. John Binney is live at this point. So I won't see you all in John's chat. Tomorrow is 2 for Tuesday with Laura B. Thank you guys for being so amazing. And the link again for Sunday night with Blindly Inspired will be posted shortly. I just got to get to this interview. And then when I get out of the interview, I can even do it when I get in the car out of the interview. But right now, I can go brush my teeth. All right, I love you all. Stay awesome. Thank you. And we're not taking this job unless the guy goes, yeah, you want 2 hours at 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock? You want to take 2 hours? I'll go home, do Good Dawning, and go back to work. Otherwise, I love you all. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. And I will see you all in the next. I'm going to do today, just as an FYI, I'm going to film Isis today for the week. She said to go ahead and do so. She'll make sure the cards, but that way we don't miss, because it takes me about 10 minutes to do it, and then uploading it takes like 20 now with Mercury retrograde. And there we go. All right, guys, I love you all. Stay awesome. Thank you for being here. We are family, and it's just the beginning, guys. See you in the next.